So you want to start a Heroclix channel in 2018? Well, I got 10 tips coming right up. Hey, welcome back! If you're new to the channel and you want to not only perplex up your Heroclix IQ, but outwit the competition, make sure to Hulk smash that subscribe button and also the little bell notification so that you're sure to not miss anything. Alright guys, so to help out the people with new channels, go ahead and put in the comments below this video your favorite Heroclix content so that they can try to make videos that will interest you guys and get you to subscribe. Coming up first, audio is king. A lot of people tend to put on your YouTube videos in the background and listen to it in a car ride or just as background music on a bus. So it's very important to have good audio. The way you do this is you make sure that you're a certain distance, it tends to be about a hand's distance away from your microphone, really helps clean up the tinniness. Also an external microphone. I use for my live streams the blue Snowball, which works really good, and then there's a ton of other ones that work for external microphones for cameras. Next up is lighting. This can be done a couple different ways. I film myself in my basement, if you can't tell from the block wall behind me, but in an ideal situation you're going to find a big window in your apartment or your house where a lot of natural light comes through, and that's really going to make your videos look crisp and clean. Otherwise, you got to invest in some lighting. I'm always looking to upgrade mine because it's a little dark down here and I tend to have to film at night. But lighting is really one of the cheapest and best things you can do to help your videos out. Alright, next up we have cameras. This can be a bunch of different things. I just have a Sony Handycam that I use. You can use any of the Canon Rebel series, are real popular. There's actually a Canon video creator kit that you'll be able to find in the description below. A little expensive, but it has an external microphone for you, like I talked about earlier in the video, plus a really good DSLR camera. But if that's too expensive for you, really most smartphones nowadays are good enough to record on. They make all kinds of tripod attachments for them. I'd say anything from an iPhone 6 till now, even a 5 if you have good lighting, or Samsung 5S on up, will do the job for you and do it adequately. Next up we have editing. This is a big one. I've been kind of going back and forth on it. I started off using Windows Movie Maker, which is a free and very popular one, and then recently, whenever you noticed I started doing a lot more animations and stuff with my videos, I switched to a program called Movavi, a link in the description below this video. It's really inexpensive. I think it was like $20 for a lifetime subscription with a coupon that I had, and it is very good. It's on par almost with Adobe, but with Adobe it costs almost $40 a month, so this was the best that I could find for right now. Obviously Adobe would be the premier choice, pun intended, but for right now Movavi is what I use. Next up, thumbnails. That's the most important thing, well, one of the most important things for your videos. It's the first thing people see when they dial in Heroclix, and if the picture doesn't look good, nobody's going to click on it. So not all of us have a graphic designer that we're married to, so a good thing to look at is Canva, link in the description. And what you do there is you just take a picture on your phone, upload it to Canva, and then you can put text over it, and you can get some really crisp looking thumbnails with that program. And when you're thinking about how you want to do videos and things like that, sometimes, the old adage, imitation is the strongest compliment. And what it is until you develop yourself, you always want to try to do things with your own flavor, but it can be a little bit, I know I used to get really nervous in front of the camera, and I still do a little bit. So until I got my on-camera personality dialed in, I actually ended up just pretty much copying some of my favorite people from YouTube. So that's a really helpful tip for starting out being on camera. Next thing we're going to talk about is keyword research. This is something a lot of people don't do. I recently started doing, and it really helped me leverage my channel so that I could be I would call myself a medium-sized Heroclix channel and be able to get up there in the search rankings with some of the larger channels that have a ton more watch time than me. And there's a few different programs and places you can go to look this up. I won't even begin to call myself an expert on it, but there are some places that I'd send you. I would look up on YouTube Brian G. Johnson and Nick Nimmin. Those are the first two places to start. Then Daryl Eves, and once you get to those three people, everybody else will start showing up that you need to know about. Next up, we have be prepared to not make a lot of money. A lot of people think that just because you're on YouTube, you're rolling in the bank, you can afford all these Heroclix, get them basically for free to you, and that is not the case. Most of the Heroclix creators end up getting a CPM. It's how you make money. And what it is it works out to about $2 per 1,000 views. So let's say you bought a brick of X-Men Xavier School when it comes out in February. Cost you about $200, you got a decent deal on it. You would need 100,000 views to just break even on that video. If you go and you look at, you just put in Heroclix, you look up most viewed, the top video barely has more than 100,000 views. And that's been years and years ago by Glass Cabinet Films. He has about 10,000 subscribers. I'd say the two largest channels right now that are active for Heroclix are Married with Clicks and Tabletop Teacher. They both have about 2,500 subscribers. So it's really going to be a long time. My most watched video only has 17,000 views right now. So a lot of that stuff comes out of my pocket. I know that I talked about being sponsored by All-Star Comics and Games. As much as they help me out here by giving me a certain amount of free product, I still have to buy things to make that happen. And I still haven't really broken even on any video that I've done. So just be prepared. A lot of people think you make a ton of money doing this. Not the case at all. So because the dollars are so few and far between as far as just ads, that's why when a creator has a Patreon account or an Amazon affiliate link or something like that, it's really important just to click on those. Anything that you do will help immensely. Not a lot of money is made even by the bigger channels, so anything helps. Speaking of affiliate links and such, go ahead and check out the description of this video. I have a couple of them there for you. Next thing we're going to talk about is haters are going to hate. You have not made it until somebody really dislikes you and they start talking about it publicly. It's just a thing that happens. They're trolls. They're just, for whatever reason, they don't like you. They're going to say they don't like you. But at the end of the day, any interaction on your video, even a dislike or a negative comment, will help your channel build authority, which will help it ultimately rank and grow. So haters, if you can bait them into making more comments, that's what you need to do. Last thing is just have fun. This is one of the most fun tabletop games I've ever had the privilege of experiencing, and making videos is even more fun. So make sure that, even if you have haters or you're running into problems with your editing or you're having trouble thinking of, new video ideas, just remember that this is fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's an experience, and that this is just, it's really a good time once you get into it. And that's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.